Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to episode... Brand new season, loads of money to spend, and what I mean by loads of money is no money at all. I did request more money again. I was hoping they might change it. No. Champions League, second place finish, 4 million quid to spend, of which we didn't actually spend much of it, but I've been doing bits, lads, right? I've been doing some Loki special deals here, right, under the table. That's where all the good hand jobs are taking place. Today I've decided to take a controversial decision not to wear a hat. Just thought I'd, mix it up. So, my friends, here we go. So, as you can see, I've only spent $500,000 because, I'm just a nice guy like that. We've got 40 million in the bank. Projection is 42 million. That doesn't take into account prize money, which, as we know in Germany, is a fuck ton. So, let's take you through the transfers. I've done quite a bit of business for not spending any money. As you'll agree, we've got a few loanies, lots of freebies, and we've signed one good youngster. Let's take you through the release players first. Unfortunately, we have lost a couple of good names. Dirk Witt has left the club. A name is good and all, but when the player is that shit, nothing really matters. Nesta has gone. I know we did get a couple of comments saying give him one more year and stuff like that, but I just didn't feel like he was going to get first team football. It was time to let him go, and he's gone to Belgium in the Proximus League, which is that's good division name. Otto's also gone. He's always a bit part player. Jason Bourne has left us, the left back. Dominic Zeh, who never really developed enough, and as you can see by the fact he was gone to Magdeburg in the third division. Yannick Holtz and the epically named Tin Con Man, who's not horrific. He's only 18, but I just couldn't. He's gone to Dynamo, the second team. So we released those players, but we did business, boys. We did business. We sold Milinkovic for 200 grand, which is perfect. He's 26-year-old. He's gone back to... No, he's staying in Germany. He's gone down a division. That was about his value. But we did sell Enzo Arce for £3.2 million. This kid was okay. He was good for us. Came through as a youngster. We picked him up for a rather large sum early on. He was our sort of great hope, but he didn't quite develop, and then that caused him to not get enough game times, and that, his physicals, to be honest, weren't really good enough, but he's turned out to be a decent player. I think he'll have a good career, but that was early on in the window, and I thought we should, try and raise some money so we can spend some money, but then I didn't really spend any money, so good stuff. Ulf Dam has gone to Hannover 96 on loan. He's the left mid, because we've got a new left mid. He's so good. So he's going to get some experience. He's 21 years old. I'm not sure if he's ever going to be fantastic, but he's gone to Hanover. They're in the second division. I think he'll be a good player for them. And then Sabanovic has gone on a free because nobody actually wanted to pay money for him, and he was just kicking up a fuss and he wanted to leave. He's not a bad player, but he wants to be first team. So my scouts think he's utter shit, but I think he's not a bad player. So, let's take you through. As you can see, we've got a few players from England. First name on the team sheet. This was not really a position I was intending to get. Like, it was like number one on the priorities. But his name's Ferry DeWitt, which is already like a really good name. From Groningen on a free transfer, and he's epic. He's a Dutch under-21 goalkeeper with 5-star, full, not even the little black stars, 5 actual star potential. This guy could be the next, whatever that guy's before's name that we had and then sold. Gustafsson! Come on! Punch the air. Oh, as you can see, boys, get out of the way. My new merch is available now at all good stockists. Well, one good stockist. It's my Teespring link in the description. This is the LokiCon 2018 Amsterdam trip merch. I thought that was an 8 then. I thought they typoed it. No, we're all good. This basically is because we're doing an Amsterdam meetup in just over a month's time now, with a bunch of us going to Amsterdam, hanging out, popping in, visiting, staying at a campsite. I did a video on it about a month ago, so if you want to go and check that out if you're interested. But also, if you just want to support me, as it says in the description, which is worth a read, if you don't intend to buy a T-shirt, go and have a read. Basically, the money will be well spent on coffee, munchies and weed. So, it's going to go into a good cause. Right, but this is our new goalkeeper, Ferry, and I think he's going to be a bit beastly. Picked him up. I can't believe we got him on a free. Next up, we got Stephen Clemens. Right, just sort of don't get too excited about this one. Got him from Leverkusen. He's homegrown, which is a big part of it. He's actually really good physically. He's an okay left-back. He's a decent left-back. Still only 22, so he's going to improve. And like I said, he was free, and he's German, so it's all good. Next up, this could be the one, boys. His name is Sanjin Skiljan. It's probably Skiljan, but I prefer Skiljan. And we got him from Tottenham. You remember last time we rated Arsenal for a good youth player. This time we've rated Tottenham. Ba-boom! Our new left midfielder, my friends. I cannot believe he is available. He looks a bit rapey. I cannot believe this guy was available on a free transfer. He's an absolute monster. Only 24 years old. 27 caps for Croatia, right? He was getting games at Tottenham, just about. They picked him up on a bargain for 2.2 million. He went to Fiorentina. These are big. This is like a proper player, boys, we've bought here. He's just not played much football, like, ever. He played quite a lot of games for Slaven Belupo Koprinkasheva. But this guy, Sanjin Skiljan, great name, great player. A couple of his technicals aren't maybe the best, but everything else is fruity. And that's one of the big upgrades we need. So next up, we have a player called Simone Defendi. Unfortunately, he's not a defender. He's actually a striker. But this guy, on a free transfer, can give our superstar strikers a run for their money. This guy is going to get game time. We've got him from Udine, Inter. He's been on loan every season and always scored goals. Apart from last year when, unfortunately, the Brescia actually paid money for him and he did shit. All the other seasons, and he's got, he's travelled the world, mainly Italy. I think he's going to be very, very good. Next up, we've raided Arsenal again because we know how they like to release really good young players. So we've done it again. His name is Ryan Murphy. He's English. He's 24. He's a playmaker. He's a bit of a fucking monster. What are Arsenal doing? Like, give the guy a new contract and then just sell him. Make some cash on him. He's valued at 8 million quid. He went on loan to Norwich. So, admittedly, ratings aren't good, but he's been playing in the Premier League the last couple of years. So, and he came through, it looks like Ipswich Town, and then Arsenal gobbled him up. Came through their ranks. Did he ever play for Arsenal? Yes, he played once for Arsenal and got a 6.4. That's the kind of player we were looking for, boys. But as you can see by his attributes, especially his mentals, are incredible. I think we've upgraded massively and paying no money. Next up, we've got Richard Hayes, just on loan, just a defensor to bolster the defensive unit. 22 years old, valued at £7 million, just a solid centre-back option. We've then got Dan Axel Zagadou. It's just epic. It was worth it, right? It was on a free transfer. He is looking very depressed about joining Dresden, but he is an actual real-life player with a picture. And he played for Dortmund. This is the experience. He's 34 years old. He's got 45 Germany caps. We had to be a bit careful because we're starting to have not enough Germans in the team. So, and when this guy was available on a good wage, he's still at enough pace. I have like a minimum expectation. Acceleration, I'd like to be double figures, but minimum expectation even for centre-backs of like 10 pace, ideally 10 acceleration. But we've got him for the next year, and he's just the experience, basically. Look, he's had a decent career, lads. I think you'll all agree. He's done all right. So I was very, very happy to get him in. Like I said, that is just so much experience, and we lack that a bit. Next up, we've got Nicky Bull, who, of course, is a ball-winning midfielder, because that's his, Bull. Could be a very good player. I'm going to keep an eye on this guy's development and maybe try and go in for him. Once he falls in love with the mighty Dresden, as they all do, we might go in for him. Same as, if you don't know, Chizzy, I think I did mention it on the last episode, but Chizzy has re-signed with us for another 2 years on a loan until his contract basically runs out at Man City. Then we'll pick him up on a free because that's how we roll. Unless he's shit for the next 2 years, then I'll still probably pick him up regardless. He is the Harry Owen. As somebody said in the comments, he is the Harry Owen of this save. Then we got Jorge Calero from, unfortunately, he is from Everton, but I have sort of scrubbed it off him, scouring pads, antiseptic, and make sure that blue is just sort of scrubbed off him. He is another sort of ball-winning defensive midfielder, another very good player. So both these players could potentially become permanent one day. And next up, we've got Carlos Eduardo, who is a right midfielder, another bit of a beastie, 27 years old. He's not out of this world, but again, another German player, which are hard to find, especially when if you have to refine your search to only German players and then say only German players that are free, because you can't spend any money, it's slim pickings. And actually, I think this guy's better than the scouts give him credit for. I think he'll have a good season with us. And finally, the one we spent money on, Patrick Jakobek. And I'd scouted this player and I thought, wow, he's a really good youngster. And I hadn't put in a bid yet. And then about 10 big clubs in Europe put in a bid. So I was like, well, if they want him, he must be good. That was my logic. He is very good. He's 18 years old. Look at his physicals for an 18-year-old. This guy's just going to bully everyone at school, wasn't he? I bet he was the school bully. He's a fullback or defensive fullback. Absolutely beastly. This is 18 years old, guys. This is the future of Dresden. I think he's going to be superb. 300k with another 200k if he plays 50 games for us, of which case I'll be happy. If he plays 50 games for us, I'm happy to pay it. I think this guy is going to be an absolute monster. We played pre-season. There it is. Don't give a shit. Today we are playing just one game, obviously. You know the drill by now. And we're playing VFR Allen in the Pokal first round. So I'm hoping to ease us in gently, like any good sex. So if we look at the team as a whole, we have two good goalkeepers that they can compete with each other. This is the big thing for me, is that they're going to actually compete. We've got our right backs, we've got Vukic, we've got Sanhai, and we've got the youngster. I've decided to give the youngster, the 18-year-old, a few weeks in the under-19s, which is pretty slim pickings. Hang on, where is he? And has anybody seen it? Have I gone mental? Is he in the first team? Is he even a right back? Hello! He's a left back. That's what I meant. So we've got Marko Vukic, Osun Q as our right back. Vukic was fine last year for a full back, which we always struggle with. In the left back position, we have Jack McCormack, who can play both. He's two-footed. We've got the young player from Germany, Stephen Clemens, and we've got the superstar youngster, who I still can't find. Oh, what's wrong with him? Concussion. Oh, for fuck's sake. I've got it, right? He's concussed. He doesn't know where he is, right? We can pretend that his name has always been Susan, yeah? Because he's going to go like, oh, what's my name? And you're Susan. And you go, really? But I'm a bloke. No, I don't know. Blame your parents. You've always been called Susan. Oh, banter. At centre-back, we've got the two new guys on loans. We've got Karim still for another season. We've got Turan, who's been solid. We've got Zagadou, which is just an epic name. We've got Sakic. So we're pretty, they're not the best players. It's, still the weakest area probably of the team, but fine. Then the centre mid, we've got Ryan Murphy as the playmaker, along with Jar Jar Brinks. We've got Nicky Bull and Calero as the sort of more defensive-minded central midfielder. On the right, we've got Eduardo and we've got Salvador. On the left, we've got Idemir and Skiljan. And then we've got the youngster, Vrizen. And then we've got, up front, we've got so many options now. Chizzy, Ayu, Marky Mark and Defendi. But most of these names are made up, and I didn't even name most of these players. He's just a bit of a beastie. So let's pick a team, shall we? Let's see who are these people. Who are you? Alan. They're third division. Right, okay. Let's throw all the youngsters in for this debut. Ferry. Cross the Mersey. We're gonna play our sort of new players plus sort of B team players. New player. Zagadou, straight in, son. Richard Hayes, you're the new guy. Okay. Eduardo. Yep. Skiljan. I might on this occasion play Idemir because we know Skiljan's going to be first team. So give Idemir some game time so he doesn't feel left out. And then up front, Chizzy and Defendi. And then we're going to go with Ryan Murphy, new guy. And then the dirty Everton man. Switch them around. That'll make more sense. Chizzy, target man. Defendi, obviously attacker. Right, boys. Let's crack on. Oh, substitutes. Yeah, no, I know. I've played this game before. Leave me alone, bullies. On the substitutions, we will have Turan, Vukic, Jack McCormack. We don't need Vukic then because he can play both sides. We'll have Nicky Bull, Jar Jar, Salvador, Skilljan, and Marky Mark. Right. So we've got a few debuts. Oh, Sakic is going in because I want him to get game time. Still only a youngster. It should be enough though, even though most of them probably don't even speak the same language and have only just met. I feel like if we still should be able to, Chizzy will carry it. We know Chizzy will do the business anyway. So maybe if he jumps for a header, fingers crossed. Right, boys, here we go. I'm expecting domination. Attack. None of this counter stuff. Here we go. First goal coming up. Chismeister. All over his chin. That's it. Pressure him. We're playing in yellow. Yep, just checking. Good stuff. I don't really know what to expect this season, to be honest. I feel like, let me know in the comments what you think of the transfers. I'm very, very happy. And I know there's still weaknesses in the squad, but I couldn't just overload an entire squad in one go. Look at that around the corner. Eduardo, cut it back. Idemir. Oh, unlucky, son. Obviously, maybe in January, I think hopefully we might get given some more money and then we can actually spend a decent chunk on a player. But I'm quite happy. If we have to have this for the season, I'll be quite happy. But I don't know. We can't expect to perform miracles like we did last time. Chizzy! He jumped, so I'll take it. I don't think we'll finish Champions League. If we can finish Europa League, I would probably take that now, to be honest. It's so easy for us, especially with the more games in the Champions League, which still sounds weird. I think we have to be wary that is going to hurt us. It always does, obviously, playing a bunch of more... But that's got to be offside, yeah. So if I had to guess now, I'm going to say fifth in the league. How far are we going to get in Champions League, though? Not very far. Looking at this fucking game. How far do we get in Champions League? I don't think we have to qualify. I think we're straight into the group. I can't see us getting out of a group stage. Is it? I'm going to say we don't get out of the group stage. I'll take a third. I'll say third in the group, so we go into the Europa League. I'd be fine with that. Defendi's got Paulies. Right. Let's unleash for the second half. Skilljan. Idemir with a corner. Easily defended. Murphy. Calero. To Sakic. What are you doing? Give it to somebody better. There we go. Murphy. Lovely. Little Chizzy. Flicked on. Defendi. Clears it off the line. He's a spy in the ranks. He could have just... There was one player. I'd sort of done all the attacking signings. And there was one player... I'd signed Defendi. And we've got Chizzy. And then there was another striker. What was his name? Fucking Calero. Get in, son. Sounds like an ice lolly, but okay. Tropical pineapple Calero, please, mate. What's his name? Is it El Said or the guy that always played amazingly against us? He was the Egyptian kid. He was on loan at a German club last year, and I had the opportunity to buy him, which I really wanted to do, but it was like all of our money plus some. It was like 8 million quid, and I was like, and I bid it, and I was like, okay, 3 million up front, or 5 million over the next 2 years. Basically, entirely based on the fact he was amazing against us. He didn't even score that many goals last year. I was breaking our budget to do this, and then I was like, my sort of brain sort of kicked in at the last minute and said, what are you doing? You're spending money you don't have on a player you don't need. We don't need another striker. Oh, nice. Calm as you like, Fairy. Let's just call him Brian. Right, winners. There we go. Marky Mark. Go on, find Chizzy. There he is. Oh, lucky. He's done well, though. He's done really well. Skilljan. I have big hopes for Skilljan. Very big hopes. I think, let me know in the comments which you think are the signing of the summer will turn out to be. Who's going to be the man that breaks through? For me, it's Skilljan, I think. Or based on those free kicks, Calero. Right, Jar Jar. Marky Mark. It's got still time for a second here, boys. We've not exactly set the world alight, but nobody's heavily injured. Hopefully. Chizzy tries to go around the corner. Marky Mark picks it up, though. Chizzy's making a run to the back post. He's little, isn't he? Look at our Eduardo next to Chizzy. It's like bring your child to work day. That guy can't be much over 5 foot tall. But Chizzy scores. We always knew he was going to score, didn't we? Like, that's what he does. Some would argue. There it is. Job done. Oh, is it? We're going to go for a third. Oh, Eduardo does really well. Calero. Lovely ball to Skilljan. Dinks it. Chizzy. I can't win in header. He's 9 foot tall. Ahmet Soljoy is there, but... Oh, is that Zagadou? He's done well there. Push pineapple, shake a tree. Oh, no. Oh, my word, he's done all right. All right, game. Steady on, then. Take the 2-0. Clements. That's what I'm talking about. Chizzy Rascal. It's a great ball to Marky Marks. Taking a touch. Who's going to hit it? Carlos Eduardo. Unlucky. Much better second half. Just gelling as a team, yeah? Get it out of the way now. Get all the debuts out of the way now. I think was a good decision. God, hit it. Ah. Hit it again. All right. Fucking awful, Jar Jar Brinks. Okay. It's all good. Well done, boys. Oh. Ignore that. Chizzy finally scores. How long was it? Or do we even want to see how long it was? 16 matches. He's a provider. Yeah, man of the match though. So, right. So there we go. I don't think we're going to make any more transfers. Let me show you that player. Because he's valued at about 16 million quid, but Liverpool had him transferred for 8, I think. And I was so tempted. If I hadn't have got Defendi, to be fair, I got Defendi on a free, but if I hadn't have got Defendi, I would have gone for him. There is El Said. He's gone to Freiburg. Like, he's valued at 18 million quid. I'd love to have him. Like, he only scored 9 goals, but he scored like 6 of them against me, I think. Right, there we go, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that episode. We'll be back very shortly. I'll play maybe 1 or 2, but I want to come back nice and early. Oh, well, we'll come back for the Champions League. Oh, yeah, because we're in the Champions League. And the Dortmund game. And then Leverkusen afterwards. That'll be fun. I don't know when the draw is. Do we know when the draw is? Not anytime soon. We'll come back for the draw, and then we'll play the Champions League. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.